Welcome to the Anonymous Team Show this cold Saturday morning. It's been a while, I know. I'm trying to tone down on the cussing, man. I'm trying to tone down on the cussing, but I know you motherfuckers have missed me. I've missed you too. The feeling is mutual. Trust me, the feeling is motherfucking mutual. Alright? Alright. Now, Andrew Kibe recently posted 2 videos. They were interviews. Moja ilikuwa an interview with Kebaso Morara regarding his effeminate tendencies to give up every now and then to give up on politics every now and then, only to come back saying that he's had a change of mind, he's had a reflection, and he's not going to be moved or shaken. Pretty much his uncertainties, uncertainties which are more akin to women than men. All right. And he talked about a lot of things. He talked about how he was hurt by the fact that he was generally asking for contributions from Kenyans, because politics is expensive. And I think in this country especially, nobody needs to tell you that. And people like Morara, people like Maraga are trying to adopt the American style of politics, where they ask people to fundraise for their campaigns. That way, huyu mtu akiingia pale in power, he doesn't owe, the only people he owes are the people, the citizens, unaona. So that way he's able to be a good leader. All right, so Morara was trying to adopt that. Marag is actually trying to adopt that as well, but Kenyans are not ready for that. Wakenya washazoea politicians anajifandia campaigns zake. They really do not care where this money is coming from, and at the end, huyu politician akienda huko kujirudishia hii pesa, everybody cries foul. So that's what Morara was trying to, that's the type of politics that Morara was trying to end. But I also believe that most Kenyans, the average Kenyan is an idiot. Unaona, the average Kenyan is a fool. The average Kenyan ni mshenzi. So I think Morara, you need to explain some of these things to the average Kenyan, like a Karen Nyamu, because the average Kenyan is a Karen Nyamu, unaget. So that's what the first interview on Andrew Kibe's YouTube channel was all about. No profanity, no nudity, no insults, no red pill, none of that red pill BS, right? Second interviews of Andrew Kibe and Khalif Kairo. Personally, I wasn't watching these interviews on YouTube. I was watching these interviews on X, as they were alive at the time. So it didn't even occur to me that Andrew Kibe had opened a new YouTube channel. All right. Yeah, so Khalif Kairo was talking about his haters, his faith in God, Khalif Kairo will be a really, really good politician, because he's so good at running from the running from the question at hand. Is that, there was a word I was looking for, ni venye sijaipata. But Khalif Kairo is really good at evading the real questions. Or rather, should I say, Andrew Kibe did not ask the real question. Okay, or maybe he asked, it's just that he wanted to sanitize my boy. Una get. And up to now, even with all this, Khalif Kairo having to spend time in remand, this guy, okay, but I would understand at the end of the day, Pia, this guy, this is his bread and butter. At the end of the day, you're not going to admit that, oh, yes, I made some foolish decisions that led to some clients not receiving their cars, which led me to this. When I get, of course, he's not going to, from that perspective, I can actually understand it. Because this is still his bread and butter. Right now, he's trying to regain his reputation. Right now, he's still trying to get his company, get his business back to its feet. So yeah, I think owning up to that wouldn't be like ideal. But then again, like I said, the average Kenyan is an idiot. The average Kenyan ni mjinga. Hata wale wenye wamesoma ni wajinga, ni naive. The average Kenyan is ignorant. The average Kenyan is naive. The average Kenyan unaweza muibia na umpige alafu kama umsho, pole nilikuibia na nikakupiga, ilikuwa shetani, nisamehe. And then they'll allow you to continue stealing from them. Pretty much that's the average Kenyan. So I think him owning up to his mistakes wouldn't affect his business that much. If anything, I think it would bring him back to the graces of the people. That's what I think. All right. So yeah, so Kibe does those two interviews, does those two lives, pretty great interviews, pretty great lives. I personally love them, and he posts them on YouTube, right? His apparently new YouTube channel, and it gets closed. So this is what he tweets. This is extremely malicious at YouTube. The channel had only 2 interviews. What community guidelines did I violate? The Matrix is alive and kicking. Remember, the Matrix was made, that word there, ilikuwa made famous by the Tate brothers, right? And Andrew Kibe's content and Andrew Tate's content is more or less the same, okay? Okay, yeah, so the Matrix is alive and kicking. Thank Wanyos. When he says Wanyos, he means Jehovah Wanyonyi. For Elon Musk. Otherwise, we would all be screwed by this neo-colonialist. Alright, so he posts a screenshot of the YouTube letter sent to him regarding the closure of his channels. And personally, if you ask me, I think there's a mistake that Andrew Kibe might have done when reopening these YouTube channels that led to it being closed. Because remember, immediately after the first YouTube channel was banned, there were other YouTube channels that were posting Andrew Kibe content. And even if you go to YouTube and search, you'll still find other YouTube channels still posting Andrew Kibe's content from back. Remember when Andrew Kibe did the interview with Babu Wino? Remember when Andrew Kibe did the interview with what other guy did he do? When Andrew Kibe alirudi, he did a few interviews, a few proper high level interviews, and they were all posted on YouTube. And I remember him going around saying, "That's not me. That's just some guy who's waiting for me to do these interviews on Twitter," and then he downloads them and uploads them to YouTube. Okay, and those YouTube channels up to date are still there. Ziko mingi, si hiyo moja peke yake. They're still there. Do you know why? Because they've been opened by, or rather using, a different email address. So I think, if you ask me, I think Andrew Kibe opened a new YouTube channel using the same YouTube channels from the one that was banned kitambo. That could be the only mistake, if you ask me, and that's why it was so easy, like for his new YouTube channel to be banned again, okay? And so some dude called Michael Mulongo Sikuku Namunyu goes on the comments section and says, "Some people are happy about this. In future, we shall ban them on Yafrika. Yafrika is coming up. They will not believe." I personally thought that to be a very stupid comment, so I replied to this guy and asked him, "How old are you, bro? How old are you?" Say, yeah, it's giving mamangu anakuja atanipea sweetie, sitakupea. And then some guy asks, "What happened to your platform, Africa? It was set to rival YouTube and Apple TV." Great question there. Great, super great question. So yeah, so Andrew Kibe, if you're still opening YouTube channels using the same emails, best believe they're still going to get banned, bro. Best believe they're still going to get banned. Kuwa mjanja bana. Fungua hata email address na jina za mtoto wako ufungue YouTube channel. What is this?